Warning. Aspects of Dead on Dave are over the top and meant strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't take it too seriously and have some fun.
Might be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go when you pay for them shows and you study that pimp biology.
That's right. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018, if you can believe it. It is already into October, and it's your first YouTube Roundup type show of the month. We missed last week's. We're back this week. And, of course, by we, I mean myself and the Fayenicorn, Faybel. What's going on, douchebaggins?
It's Fane,
yeah.
Fayenstein.
That's right, Fayenstein. I'm sorry,
Anyway.
Tobes has got the best handle for anyone on Halloween. You'll see it on Twitter. It's amazing. It's the greatest thing ever. I wrote it.
Yeah, it's Tobrantula.
No,
I came up with it.
That's not what he went with. You're so jealous. You're so petty and jealous, Faye. You can never let me win, ever. I get no victories. It's unbelievable. How you doing? It's been a couple of weeks.
Good. I have an announcement. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Halloween, everyone. That's it.
That was it?
That was the announcement.
That's good. Well, yes. That's triggering, I'm sure, to some circles, and that's what we do here. No, wait. That's what Assburger does. You know, my show last week probably could have gotten canceled on 2 separate days. That was pretty special.
Yeah.
It was pretty good stuff, so... Well, hopefully... But we're still going. Fingers crossed. So, we got a lot of things to get to. There's so much happening.
Because we missed last week, there's even stories that I had to, like, give the boot to. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like I'd like to talk about.
Well, depending on how fast we get through everything tonight, and we do want to take callers, so I want you guys to get into Discord, so at the end of the show, we can go ahead and take as many of you as you can. But, of course, we can do some quick hits as well. So if there's some things that you really need to get off your chest, I'm sure we'll find some time for it.
Otherwise, I'll just, cry about it. Anyway, how am I doing? Well, I think I'm going insane, Dave, because
that's not good.
Even though my kid now only wakes up like once or twice a night, but in like an 11-hour period, I am up like every hour because I keep thinking that I hear her crying when she's not.
Oh,
I'm just like kind of like losing my mind.
Yeah, you're getting those echoes, man. You're getting those PTSD echoes. Yes, babies give you PTSD. It's a traumatic experience. If you don't know it, now you fucking know. It's awful. It's awful what it could do. Yes, I'm sure it is fucking with you. It's just it'll dissipate. It'll get easier, I promise. I have no idea. I just lied to you. I have no idea.
Delvina says, she said she was going to say she was pregnant again.
I did too. I really did. I was like, wait a second. I started doing math. I'm like, is that even possible this soon? It's pushing it.
Technically it is.
Well, you have a super body.
2 full ovulations.
Oh, shit.
But, so I could have gotten pregnant, but I'm not, so.
Are you guys trying already?
Well, I would say we're trying, as it could just kind of happen, Dave.
Yes, I know far too well. Yes, that's right.
But I would ideally want to like get pregnant again when this one's a year old. But if that's if that happens, I don't know.
Right.
Like sometimes. My husband and I don't always make the best decisions, the safest decisions.
Think about your life choices. Think about those fucking life choices. So we're getting a little bit of complaint, not complaint, just an observation. Yes, I'm in the middle of a damn storm. I am sorry. There is rain, tap, tap, tap. And think of it as some ASMR as you hear about all this tea spilling that's about to go on in the YouTube world. I'm sorry to hear that you're going insane, but I'm sure it's going to be okay, Faye. Just stay in there. Hang in there. Stay strong.
I wake up like in the middle of the night, like in a panic, like, oh, my baby. And it's like, oh, there's nothing.
It'll go away with time. It takes some time, but you'll be all right. You shall be.
Someone says, or the baby's actually crying and you're ignoring it. I wish, Jay.
Right. Holy God. There we go. All right, let's say you would get into all the craziness, because I know that there's a lot and everybody's got so many different things, and I'm sure you're going to give me a story that's going to get me in some sort of trouble and have some people hate me. That's the first story of the day. I'm absolutely sure of that. So go ahead. Let's start this ass ramming with a bang. Fuck.
Absolutely. All right. So, let's talk about. I'm just going to start off with something really boring. I'm just kidding. So, Leon Lush had a smash hit of a video recently.
I would say so, yeah.
Even Keemstar tweeted about it.
Oh no.
Which was surprising.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway, it's basically these two DIY brothers from Australia.
Right.
And basically they are clickbaiting and their own quote-unquote death. And they say, we have to quit YouTube because we're dying. We'll only start quitting again, or we'll only come back if we're suddenly magically healed.
All right, so you went right to the first story. I didn't even know there was a transition here. You went right to the first story?
Yes.
Oh my god, I have no idea. All right, we're talking about these YouTubers. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Dave is out of it.
No, you just transitioned right in.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but please continue.
Anyway, Katie, KT Cosplay. If you want to talk about something, you can call in at the end of the show and you can bring it up, and Dave will
we'll talk about it.
Entertain all about it. But anyway, so basically they make a video saying we're dying, very clickbaity. Everyone would click that and watch it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, they're dying. If we did some guys, oh no. Two young guys, kind of weird to be dying. One says he has kidney disease. The other one says he's dying of vertigo. Which, if you've seen any, what's that Hitchcock film, Vertigo?
Yes, right.
He almost died of vertigo, so I guess it's possible.
Holy
Anyway, you can't die. Vertigo is basically a fear of heights.
Yeah, I'm dizzy. Well, you can die of vertigo if you fall off the object that you get vertigo on, you know.
Yeah, I know. But you can't just go on about your day. What's he getting vertigo on? His bed?
Right. It's oh man, my vertigo flaring up. I can't go to work.
The top bunk.
Right. You take one step up a porch. Oh, fuck.
But anyway, so it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
They also do a giveaway on the video where they're pretending that they're saying they're dying, which just really comes off as disingenuous. They're telling people to hit the notification bell. But if they're not uploading anymore because they're dead, what would the point of being subscribed and notified be? They're doing a giveaway to get extra clicks and hits. I like how Leon Lush says, has anyone actually won this iPhone X? Probably not.
Because they're still alive, these bastards.
Yep, well, they were magically cured.
Of course they were.
By number one, Jesus Christ, so thank goodness. And
Best
number
way.
two, a chiropractor.
I think Jesus is probably more fucking believable. Chiropractors hurt people, man. They're the devil. They're not really doctors. They don't know what they're doing. They took a couple massage courses, and then they're trying to re-manipulate my spine. Kill you. No, don't go to the chiropractor.
They really
not
crack you. I think it's for some back chiropractor, you have to sign a consent form.
I know. The ones that really go after your neck and shit. Fuck that.
Well, on the video where they're being quote-unquote healed, it's just literally 40 minutes of nothing but a chiropractic treatment of a guy snapping their necks and stuff.
I love it.
Finally, my kidneys and my vertigo are all gone.
So this is the way that they thought they were going to write themselves out of it. That's funny.
Well, and also it's kind of an advertisement for this doctor.
A little bit.
They're trying to sell him as some kind of miracle healer that could cure kidney disease, which is
Good Lord.
ridiculous.
It's pretty fucking ridiculous. I agree.
Yeah.
Good God.
Anyway, this has been covered pretty extensively. If you want to know more about it, watch Leon Lush. He does a very good video on it, but he also, he doesn't really go in very hard. He kind of, tries to leave it, he tries to, kind of play, he plays it nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which seems to be kind of the way to go right now. You know, it seems like that leaving stuff open-ended and allowing people to get their own, endings to it or whatever. They make their own minds up. It seems like that's starting to work. It's starting to sell. People are starting to buy into that. We're seeing a lot of people who are exploding.
Well, Philip DeFranco's been doing that for years.
Very true. Phil's had a unique ride, though, hasn't he? Not everybody has the exact same means that he's been able to do. You know, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. But I'm just glad that Leon Lush is finally getting some of the recognition that I feel he's deserved for a long time. We are proud Leon Lush ball washers here. Proud ball washers of
Proud
the Leon
little
Lush.
tomatoes, that's right.
That's right. Fuck, I'm really happy for him, man. He exploded.
Yeah.
He's on his way to 1 million. He's going to hit it. He'll get there. Almost
What
guaranteed.
I want to speak about here is the legality of this.
Okay.
And what you think, because obviously you work on YouTube.
Right. We'll
like,
use,
obviously
we'll
this
use
is
finger
morally
quotes
wrong.
with work. Yeah, it is morally wrong.
Obviously this is morally wrong, but is there any legal, like, to fake that you're dying for clicks, which is money, and then to kind of sell this BS miracle cure?
The miracle cure, unquestionable, yes. They are making a claim about a product or a person that they cannot possibly be making. I'm almost 100% sure that that is a slam dunk case. That people can, that's easy to prove that they're scamming. If people actually go pay this guy money because of it and it gets no results, absolutely. There's something there. The other part of it is the tricky part, because we have no definition on YouTube still. We still don't know exactly what we are. So it's always hard to tell what type of, what type of gimmicks are not going to fly down the line. You know, is it like the phone things that you would call like 1-800-ROBOCOP? You know, you ain't talking to fucking RoboCop, but it was clickbaiting for kids. Me and my cousin racked up like $400 one month on the RoboCop hotline. I'm not even fucking kidding. Not even kidding. So I don't know if it's in that same category. It's definitely morally wrong, and it probably needs to be regulated. But then again, does it fall within the realm of entertainment? We know that Jon Snow is played by an actor who doesn't actually die. You know, we're clicking for a fake character's resolution. You know, we're clicking on these videos. We're going to the channel, and we're sitting down and watching HBO for those reasons. Is there really any much of a difference? I don't know.
Well, with Game of Thrones, it's pretty cut and dry, but also Game of Thrones is aired on kind of more of an adult network, HBO.
Right.
Whereas when you're making videos called coloring a fidget spinner purple, who's going to click that? Not an adult. A child.
I don't know. I like things that go spin round and round really fast.
But like
That
DIY
fascinates
your
me.
own fidget spinner, like that's obviously children entertainment.
I don't know. I bedazzle stuff all the time. I'll macrame you a sweater, woman. I have no idea.
Well, and as we know, children don't really have the ability to discern between like what's real and what's fake.
Yeah,
so
that's what gets
like
hard.
whereas me and anybody with half a brain cell looks at these guys and says, what a con artist. Children are like crying, they're sobbing, you know, they're like, oh no, the ugly brother and the less ugly brother are gonna die.
Yeah, it's a problem.
You know which one's the ugly brother, by the way.
It's a
eyebrows?
problem.
Yeah,
It's the eyebrows. Oh boy. They look like there's a couple of goats on there, I'm sure. It's fucked up.
He's got more than his vertigo to have to worry about.
Whatever the fuck is growing out your face about to eat you, motherfucker. That's what you need to be worried about. I don't know the legality, so I'm trying to figure out what would best define it. But this is going to have to be something that does get... Look, I think it's probably illegal, more than likely, because it is a form of scamming, especially if they can see that they're making money because of it. If they take donations, if they do live streams, and they're talking about it in that context, it's almost like fundraising. I don't know. It's a weird one. It really is. I do not know. What'd you do?
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels wrong, and it feels like that it's, you know, YouTube runs this platform, and I feel like there is some like responsibility for the content that, you know, is obviously up there. Like they'll ban Nazis and stuff for spreading hate speech, but these people are like essentially like, you know, con artists, and you know, they're, you know, how many millions of views did they hit on that video?
It's fucked up, and it does need to be regulated. The only issue is, and this is the worry that I think everybody has who does stuff on YouTube, we all know, but we don't want to say. Once regulation comes to YouTube in any form, and we're starting to be defined like the other mediums out there, it's over. It's done. Because nobody could abide to it. Nobody. It's impossible. That's why they have handlers. That's why they have agents. That's why they have PR reps. We're not equipped for it. It's a game, set, and fucking match, kids. The second that becomes the norm, it's over. It's fucking done. So I'm just as worried, but at the same time, people do get hurt from this shit. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, the people who are already established are probably going to be able to adapt, but the rest of us, yeah, we're done. It's time to move on somewhere else. Facebook, I'm coming home. And then that'll get regulated, and then the next one will get regulated. That's just how it'll be.
Maybe Instagram would be better.
Oh, God, I don't even use my Insta.
You don't use your Insta?
I never use the Insta.
Your Finsta?
What's a Finsta?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this
fuck.
transitions to my next story.
Well done, Faye. Oh, will you listen to this woman? That was spectacular. Good job. All right, take me there.
I should have went to school for digital media marketing or whatever
You
it is.
should.
Anyway.
That was perfection.
So, Tana Moja's Finsta was leaked. A Finsta is is short for like fake Instagram, and it's basically what celebrities use so they can post whatever they want without having to face like backlash.
Right. Okay, so she can say all the N-words she wants on Finsta. Wonderful.
Exactly. And she said a lot. So as we all know, Tana had an affair with Mac Miller while he was dating Ariana Grande.
Yes, we know this now.
Right?
Allegedly still? Is it allegedly still? We still got to say allegedly, right?
No.
Oh.
She confirmed it. She
All
said
right,
my
confirmed.
She with Mac Miller.
Damn, all right. Good stuff.
So this got leaked a day after she made those like, oh, I'm so sad that Mac Miller died kind of tweets, right?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff, typical Tana stuff, her just like, you know, shit talking some different YouTubers.
Right.
Drugs and alcohol.
Tana being Tana.
You know, being a hoe. But most notably, and what people are really upset about, making fun of the Manchester shooting at the Ariana Grande concert.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, do you have the quote?
What she does is she posts a fake Snapchat picture of Ariana Grande's face.
Oh, no.
And she adds the caption, 22 people just died at my concert, lol, let's get steaks.
Oh my! Oh, I'm sorry. It's not supposed to be funny. That's fucked up. Oh my God. Damn. And we know that this is her account.
Yes, and she even confirmed it was her account.
Damn. All right. So,
but she says that conversation was not her. She says that she got hacked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Jesus. Good God. God, she's stupid, man. She's so stupid.
Yeah. And then after she says she got hacked, she also follows it up with, I'm 20 years old, I make mistakes, I'm going to make more mistakes.
Oh my God.
Ken, if you were hacked, it's not really a mistake you made.
No, it's just more Tana lies. Even in an apology, she finds a way to lie. It's amazing. And there you go. She just proved herself right. She made another mistake even before the fucking sentence was out. Unbelievable. Even before she dotted the end of that sentence, she already made another fucking mistake and a lie. God, I love her for being so consistently awful.
But she did come out and apologize, Dave.
Of course she did.
She apologized about making the Mac Miller death about her.
What did she say? It was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make it about me. Like I make everything. It was just, I was on the Xanax. What was she on?
Oh, who knows? Anything she can get her hands on, obviously.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, she apologizes about that, but she doesn't. But then you know, she just got hacked, right?
Right.
And this is actually, I'm just going to bring this up really quickly because about this kind of like I got hacked excuse instead of owning up to what you actually did.
Sure.
2 weeks ago, on a kind of a call-in, anyone calling with a story co-host thing, somebody called in and talked about that Caro the Wolf drama.
Yes, which actually turned into a real story that everybody's making money off of, and I didn't get on the boat.
Yeah, I was going to go more in depth to it later, but it was all confirmed that it actually was him.
It was all confirmed, and then by the time that shit happened, I didn't even fucking see it. And everybody just started making videos. Everyone's making money on it. It's become Monkey Jones's new thing. I'm like, God damn it, it started here.
For those of you who don't know, Caro the Wolf is a furry YouTuber. He actually did a collab video with Shane Dawson about furries.
Yep.
So that's right. He got boosted by Shane. And he ended up, there ended up being like an exposed list of furries that were into necrophilia, zoophilia, so AKA basically having sex with roadkill.
Oh,
and
boy.
Kero was listed on this list. People are like, what, really? It was released that full chat logs with him and another furry called Snake Thing, and videos, including a guy having sex with a dead deer, and Kero saying that he likes to have sex with his dog, and that he would have sex with a dog as young as 4 months old, and like all this like creepy, that he loves puppies, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna fucking throw up. And he said that he was actually hacked by Iranian hackers who are going on like an anti-furry brigade.
Right.
And then eventually finally admitted to one person he did an interview with that yes, it was him. Then to another interview, he actually said no, it wasn't him.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's finally come out that it actually is him. And now that he's been fully exposed, he's taken a break off Twitter as for a mental health day.
Probably a good move. Probably a good move. Oh my god, this is so disgusting. I was kind of hoping.
Look at the chat.
I know. You just turned them all off. Nobody's eating the rest of the night. It's fucked up because this was a story that I was hoping was not going to be true. I think I even said it. I really hope this one's not true because I like following up on it, and I know this will become something. This is another one of these awful, fucking black eyes that that YouTube's gonna get now. This could become a bigger story as it progresses. Mainstream media is gonna pick up on it a hell of a lot more. PETA's not gonna be happy. This could be a very, very bad situation for a lot of people, and it really does suck that we're once again going through it. But I do want to point out something here. If you notice, I titled this episode, Shane Dawson, Motherfucking Sociopath Hunter.
Well, demonetized.
Yeah, I know. I don't give a fuck. It's happening anyway. You just talked about a dude fucking a goddamn dead deer.
That was fine, but then once you say Shane Dawson and then the MF word.
Oh, you can't say. Oh, you can't say that one.
That's what YouTube said.
What word can I say? Motherfucker.
Mother frickin' they prefer.
I can't say motherfucker? Since when?
Aren't you not allowed to swear?
I don't motherfucking know. Have I ever motherfucking cared before? No, motherfucker. Well, alright. Well, shit. That wasn't my first motherfucker of the episode. Damn it. Now that's all I could say. You've derailed me in profanity. Fuck.
Well, do you think that Kero is a sociopath, or do you think he's just a messed up? Really? I think more than likely, yes. It's one that leads into something else even worse. More than likely. Are we starting to notice that a lot of people that Shane Dawson has dealings with and does these exposés on, docu-series on, whatever the case may be on? Dave, are you implying that birds of a feather flock together?
Not implying that at all. I'm simply stating that he is at the center of a lot of motherfucking sociopaths, or people that either he's accusing or others are accusing of being a sociopath, or in some instances proving from one video that a person that he did on that video turned out to be a sociopath using the evidence made in another fucking series. It's pretty incredible is all I'm saying. It's like a sociopath hotline. It's like he knows how to call these motherfuckers up and have them come on over and be crazy. I'm just saying.
Speaking about taking a mental health day, Shane has now recently taken a mental health day off Twitter for the flack that he's received over his docu-series about Jakey Polly.
Yeah, which I don't understand. Not that I don't understand the flack that he's taken. I don't understand why he didn't know it was coming. Like,
yeah,
come on, Shane.
Well, he was getting flack when he even mentioned the series.
Yeah.
When he said, hey, I'm doing a docu-series about Jake Paul. Everyone's like, no, don't do it. Anyone but him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't think that he thought this through, or this is all part of the act, which I'm becoming a little bit more hip to. I think this is all bullshit. I think the day off is bullshit. I think it's always the market going forward, because this has been so goddamn boring. This has been so goddamn boring. This whole series.
I disagree. I think that Shane was kind of on like a power trip, a high, coming off of his Tana and his Jeffree Star docu-series.
There's some truth to that, yeah.
people were saying he's a god, he's a legend, no one can touch him, and he's not used to this kind of negativity coming at him.
Right.
And I feel like that's a big hit, because he's gotten hit the first day, his first series, people said this is unnecessary. Like his first episode was basically just talking to eye-nappers for 40 minutes. And people said, that's boring. Why are you dragging this out? You're milking this for views. We don't need this, right? Second episode comes out, and you're trying to make a horror movie out of a mental illness.
Right.
You are, accusing people of being a sociopath. You picked someone who's not educated on the series. You're spreading misinformation. Third one comes out. You're trying to make people feel bad for Jake Paul. Yep. You're misleading people watching. You're not explaining how clickbait works. You're trying to make people feel some sort of way about his family. So every single...
That's why it's making me think it's a work.
Yeah.
It's going through perfect progression, isn't it? Like, it's getting kind of perfect the way that he's getting people to talk with in this way. I think we're going to have, going forward, a hammer episode where he drops the hammer on Jake Paul, like really, really goes hard on him. And then the rest of the series is going to be about the Reclamation Project and maybe even a full-blown transition into Logan Paul. I'm not sure. But there's definitely
Logan
plans
apparently
here.
declined to speak to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Logan didn't want to do an interview or a video or anything with Shane.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know this. The series sucks. I'm sorry. It's awful. I finally tried to sit down and watch some of it. Fuck. It's every bit as this is my problem, right? It's still Shane Dawson. That's basically the extent of my problem. It's still like it's just him doing the same things he always does in his videos, but now doing it with serious topics, and then I don't know. It's like a kid running around with a flaming fucking torch, like no, what are you doing, man? Starting a witch hunt is what you're doing, pimp.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it, because I don't really care if the first episode was boring. I don't care. Yeah, it was boring. Right. Yes, if you followed any YouTube drama for the last year, you already know everything that went over it. You know what I mean? You can skip that completely. The third episode, the only thing I have to say about that is there is not a single person, well, maybe not a single, but the majority of people have faced some kind of adversity in their life.
Right.
Right? Nobody has lived a perfect life. Even if you were rich, even if you were born into privilege, you always have a fucked up relationship with your parents. Nobody has a perfect relationship with their parents. Sure. Nobody has lived up to over 20 plus years and never had some kind of negative reaction with life. You know what I mean? Yes. So this whole, like, Jake Paul's parents got divorced. How many people have had their parents got divorced? How many people have been raised in a broken home? Do you know what I mean? And Shane is like, oh man, I feel sorry for him now, right? And it's like, Shane, like, not, you know what I mean? Like every, it's always this like stupid like idea that.
But didn't you see this coming though?
Like every horrible person, even Hitler, had a bad upbringing. Hitler's daddy wasn't so nice to him. Right. Is the Holocaust okay now? Like, is Jake and Logan's asinine behavior acceptable because daddy and mommy split up?
No, of course it's not. And he knows the answer to that too. But that's not what this is about. This isn't about the rational-minded conversation. This is about taking everybody on a fucking journey. And I think it's a journey to goddamn bullshitsville, personally. This has gone exactly the way that I thought it was going to go. It's insane. It's like he's really just going through the exact motions of someone who really doesn't have a whole lot to say, but wants to try and say something desperately. You know those type of people? Got really nothing going on if you're listening to what they're saying, but man, they desperately want you to fucking think they got something. He has said nothing. 3 fucking episodes. Nothing's been said. It's unreal. And it's got everybody talking. That's why I fell for that fucking Leafy meme this morning, thinking Leafy was going to come back. I got excited so the goddamn Shane Dawson talk would get the fuck off my Twitter timeline.
Here's the thing about Shane Dawson. And yeah, nothing's been said about Jake Paul, but things have been said. And Shane's very young, impressionable, and angsty audience is not taking it the proper way. So let's talk about the infamous episode 2. Where Shane Dawson decides to tackle something that he really knows nothing about. And evidently the licensed therapist also knows very little about, saying such stupid comments as 1 in 25 people are sociopaths, which is incorrect.
Well, I think, like, I know people have already pretty much picked everything that this chick said apart, either by fact or by the way she said it, leaving implications open. She got absolutely beat to hell. This is what this has done, and I think it's more important to talk about the after effects. Everyone is accusing everybody of being a sociopath now. Like, it's unbelievable.
And not only that, but all these kids, all these little kids, like literally like 15-year-olds, are like,
am I a sociopath?
You know when you're 15. Remember when you guys were 15 and you were stupid as heck, and you were like, I don't give a fuck about anybody.
I don't care about the world.
Oh, I have so many emotions. I feel so angry at the world.
They just don't understand
remember everybody
me.
went through that?
Right.
You know, you dye your hair black, you kind of wear ripped up jeans, and you're like, oh, I'm so mad. Right?
Yeah.
And like that's just a normal part of being a retarded teenager. Well, now all these retards think that they're sociopaths.
Oh, God. So every emo kid is now going to be, I'm a sociopath. Smoking a cigarette.
Every like all these kids are like, yeah, like I don't care. When I heard about the Parkland shooting, I was like, oh, okay.
I was indifferent.
It's like, yeah, like tragedies happen every day. Those people become numbers. That's why you're not affected by it. Doesn't mean you're not a sociopath. Literally 99% of people went about their day when they heard about, like, you know, another school shooting.
Oh my God, did you watch the new South Park episode, Faye? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I knew you did. You had to have, because that is going to be the season for South Park this year. It's going to be all about the indifference that we now have. You know how I honestly, I'm so pissed off about it. I'm going to get into that another fucking day. It seems so lazy to me. Every episode's going to be the exact same, drumming that same nail into the ground. Holy God.
I actually thought this episode was boring.
Very boring.
Okay, thank you. Because
incredibly.
everyone's like treating me like I'm insane because I was like, I didn't like that episode.
It was awful. It
wasn't funny.
No.
I never laughed
You're
a
right.
second. I was kind of like, this is it? Like, whatever. Like, ooh, period joke. Ha ha.
Aha, so funny. Oh my God. Cartman, why does the black kid that I'm so mean to and that I'm constantly racist towards, why is he not letting me cheat off his homework now?
Yeah, Black Panther wasn't a good movie.
Oh, my God, it's so bad.
After how good the one episode where Kyle steals Cartman's girlfriend of the last season. That was so effing funny. I was like literally dying when those when they had like the live action Jews dancing around.
God.
That was so funny. And then I come back and I have this garbage. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, there was so much they could have done. If you're going to do a school shooting episode, if you're gonna go that route, I think they did it. This might be the first time that South Park kind of pussed out. Because I think they took the obvious indifference joke instead of, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it the way South Park does things, then I don't know. This seems weird to me. It seems like they're doing it for a reason. Just, these guys are smart. And this whole hashtag cancel South Park thing, I'm not sure that that's not a real thing. I really don't know. It's fucking crazy to me.
I saw a commercial on TV, and it's like a baby crying. It says, think of the children, and it says hashtag cancel South Park. And that was funny. That was funny.
But that episode was garbage.
Episode.
Everyone was all like, it's shocking. It's so shocking. And I'm just watching. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nothing's happened. It's just been sharing, going crazy. No, it did nothing for me. Did absolutely nothing for me. And Andre Corpiel just committed some sexual harassment in the chat against a 16-year-old. Good job, Andre. See you on Judge Judy, motherfucker.
I double checked because I was like, wait a minute, was she talking about a different girl, or is he trying to hit on her?
Yeah, he says, oh shit, delete. Yes.
You ask for the passport, then you give the compliment.
That's right. Make sure that those numbers match before you claim your prize, all right? Don't fucking cash in the raffle too early. Holy hell, that was fantastic. Amazing. Andre
marks on his calendar 2 years from now.
And now we play the waiting game. Oh, I miss you, Andre. It's good to hear from you, buddy. Oh, my God. All right. Anything else in that situation?
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I want to talk about, so, all these kids are like, oh, I'm a sociopath, and, this person's a sociopath, this person's a sociopath. You know what? By the really vague definitions of, and I was talking about this on Twitter, everybody in this life has, you know, has fake some emotions sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if you work, you know what I mean? Like, so like as a teacher, even if I hate my student and they're a real big pain in the ass, I smile, I laugh, you know, I'm
Sure.
cute and, you know, amicable, right? Like, it is called just a part of being a human.
Right. Yeah, it's
I think
platitudes,
that-
whatever, yeah.
Sociopathy, or rather antisocial personality disorder, is a personality disorder. And personality disorders are, number one, super hard to get diagnosed with.
Yeah.
Psychiatrists do not want to diagnose you with that.
Yep.
It takes years. I watched a whole Dr. Phil episode about it.
Well,
once.
Dr. Phil let us know, thank God.
Yeah, well, you know what? He did a better job than Shane Dawson.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He had real professionals talking about the personality disorder.
Say that word again, real what? What did he have, real what?
Professionals.
Say that one more time, Hit me one more again with that big P word.
Professionals.
Fucking A right, that's sexy. Professionals. Professionals. Which Dr. Phil is, by the way. Maybe not a professional fucking doctor, but he's a professional fucking entertainer who knows the rules and landscape of which you have to live by. Shane doesn't. He thinks he does. He bought into his own Kool-Aid. And you know what? You can buy your own Kool-Aid, but when you start drinking it is where the problem really arises. And now he's got an issue because he bought into this shit. You're not a fucking real goddamn professional documentarian. You're still doing vlogs, asshole. You're still doing vlogs.
Triggered right now.
I don't fucking care. You're still goddamn doing vlogs. You're doing them in a different way, but they're still the fucking vlogs, man. Just be that. That's okay.
Yeah.
But now you put yourself on this fucking pedestal. Now everyone's coming at you there, Hoss. And now you can't take it. Have to take a day off. Come on, man.
Well, he's actually not. He's actually said he's only going to tweet about when the video's released. So he's taking more than a day off.
Good Lord. Look, I have some sympathy. I do. This is a hard spot for anybody. But when you buy into your own shit, this stuff happens. And you're going to catch shit for it. I think a lot of the reasons that people are giving him hell are retarded. I think they're absolutely retarded. This whole, you're glorifying the brain diseases and fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. Jesus Christ. Stop right there. Back the fucking truck up, Priscilla. That's what entertainment does. Shut up. That's stupid. But I think the fact that it's boring is the most important factor. Because that's my problem. It's fucking boring. Boring as fuck.
The second episode is almost unwatchable with the horrible information where he's like, sociopathy is made, psychopathy is born. Like, number one, no, that is not true.
Right.
Like, and then the stupid, retarded editing with the people putting white masks on and walking around. Like, it is so unwatchable. It is so stupid. I feel like I'm grading like a middle school horror film. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like, it's so bad, and
I love you, Faye.
The therapist who you know, who is not even a psychiatrist, by the way, is just a fucking therapist who doesn't even have the authority to diagnose, is reading out of like a fucking like book from the library.
Yeah.
Reading like the most vague interpretation of this disorder.
Yeah, it's not
like,
good.
No, they fake emotions. And then he's like, oh man.
Look,
Jake said that he kind of puts on a show in his dogs, guys.
What the hell is that?
Like,
what is that? Oh my god. Oh shit, my phone's doing that. Oh my god. Flash flood warning. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die, son. My phone just started freaking out. Oh my god, if the power goes out, we're gonna die. Apparently we're about to catch some motherfucking weather. Holy
it's like that.
shit.
Are you watching American Horror Story?
No, I have not started yet. Please don't.
Bitch, you have to watch it.
Oh my god. I didn't watch the last season. I hope it doesn't matter.
Well, the last season was one of the funniest seasons I've ever seen.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I would really watch that if I were you.
Scared the shit out of me. God
Listen,
damn.
he makes fun of both the far left and the far
I
right.
know.
So
I mean,
would
I
say
saw
it's pretty
some of it.
even.
I saw some of it, but I don't know. I don't know. But I do want to see this one because I know it's a crossover of two of the best seasons. But I digress. Away from that shit. Man, that was fucking scary. Oh, God. Hope we don't die, guys. Hope we don't die. Anything else on that?
Well, I just want to say, like, yeah, so he's getting a lot of flack for this, and your only issue with it is that it's boring.
Yeah.
I'm just more concerned with all the stupid kids that think they're sociopaths now.
That is a problem as well.
I hate misinformation. Like,
Yeah.
I really do. And, like, obviously we get it, like, nonstop almost.
On YouTube,
You know what I mean?
especially,
Oh.
sure.
And when we're in the information age, we're also in the misinformation age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just want to clear somebody's name right now really quick.
All right, clear their name.
As you guys know, I love MTV Catfish. Nev Schulman was cleared from those Me Too allegations against him by that dumb bitch who just won her 15 minutes of fame.
Damn.
Yeah, so as you guys know, Nev Schulman makes the MTV show. Some girl that was on the show said that he was inappropriate with her, came up to her room, was trying to flirt with her. He has a wife and kid, by the way.
Damn.
And he said, no, obviously I never did that. MTV did a full investigation and found out that he had alibis for when she said he was in, for when he said that she was in here, that he was with other people at parties, photographs, everything.
Damn.
She made up the whole thing, made a YouTube video about it, and just tried to get her 15 minutes of fame. Just trying to, like, screw this guy's life for who knows what reason. Attention?
Yeah, biggest reason, more than likely. Good God.
So, like, I don't know. But, when the accusation against him came out, I just want to say it was the headline of every entertainment website. When his name got cleared, I found 2 articles about it.
Well, yeah, because nobody cares about positives. It's negativity. Isn't it so funny how it came from the air? Be positive. Everybody stay positive. Positivity. It's all bullshit. It's all negativity, motherfuckers. That's what sells. That's what they want. They're not going to tell the good story. They want the story of the people going down. They don't want to have to tell a story about, oh, wait, we were wrong. Especially when it flies in the face of the Me Too movement. They definitely weren't going to print that shit. Bunch of pussies.
So I just think that, in Tana's apology video that she made, she says, like, I'm tired of this hashtag canceled culture.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. And people are, like, hashtag canceled on Shane Dawson right now.
Oh,
people.
Sure.
So what do you think? Do you think this is just an overreaction? Do you think this overreacting culture is just going to keep going? Like, do you think people just want to see, like, Shane fall and fail, or...
I think it's a little bit of all of that. I think it's a nice... Look, when you go up the ranks and people start telling you how great you are, it's one thing. Has its own set of problems. If you start believing it and you believe in the old hype, then you have another set of problems. That's things that you have to worry about even more, because you're not seeing it through the same perspective of what you need to see it as. He's got all of those problems, plus enemies from the past, from everybody who has jealousies over him for other reasons. He's made fans from other fan bases. He's brought in every combustible element, including to working with people like Keemstar in development of some of these docuseries, FouseyTube, all these people that he's put himself around. It's kind of appropriate and funny that he's being looked at as a sociopath hunter, because he seemingly is surrounded by these fucking people. I don't know if it's just by you have to, that's part of the business. That's part of the world, to have some of these qualities that you can turn yourself off from to be able to do your job in a different way than others. Maybe you have to have that little bit of quality. But he seems to have just dealt with this endless parade of dickheads. And it might all just be coming home to roost now. And the fact that at the end of the day, this shit is boring. This shit is fucking boring, son. You can't do an 8-9 part series and then, with all the hype and excitement around it, is this going to be the end or a new beginning for Jake Paul? You can't lay 3 eggs of fucking episodes and expect to get no backlash. Now, that being said, I think a lot of the backlash is overblown. I think it's fucking insane, but that's the internet. That's the casualty. That's the agreement that we all, sign up for. We know what these crazy fan bases are capable of. So it's personal accountability at the end of the day. But I do have sympathy for him, because he's taken a large amount of undue bullshit. I think that's pretty fair.
It's true, but like at the end of the same day, he's been on the internet for how long?
I know.
Over 10 years. You know, you know, it's kind of like you have to have a thick skin by now. Like I know he's been turned into like some untouchable god.
I know it's scope
in the last year or so, but
I don't know, Faye. I think you might.
Tana says that you're just going to keep making more mistakes, and you should have listened to me.
The thing is, though, scope changes stuff. You know, when you have one person calling you stupid, that, you know, all right, you can, over time, that ain't going to be that big of a deal. 5 people, same thing. 10, 20, 30, 100. He's getting it from millions of people. Like, that's heavy. Especially when you buy into this culture. That's his life. That's his livelihood. He is, like, I believe one thing that Tobes just said about him. He's an empath. I believe he's empathetic and sympathetic for everyone around him. I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that Shane Dawson is a good fucking human being. I'm convinced of that now. But he also is easily manipulated and taken advantage of by these goddamn sociopaths that he thinks he could fix. And I'm starting to get that little bit of an inclination from him as well. I think he thinks he can fix these people.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong with that, because Shane Dawson himself feels broken. And I really get he's expressed in his video that he can't date people that aren't fucked up. He said he can't date people who don't date themselves. No. He has that, you know, that broken, that, you know, that hurt bird syndrome, you know what I mean? Where he wants to take in these people, he wants to baby them, he wants to make them all better, right? Because that's what builds his self-esteem. That's what makes him feel like he's worth living, that he's worth existing. That's what he's tied his self-worth to. That's
a big problem.
It is a big problem. It's not healthy.
No.
Because those people will typically let you down. Tana, I'm sure, has let him down time and time again.
Sure. But when you allow your emotions to be such a big factor, that explains exactly why he had to take some time off, because these comments do hurt him, and he probably can't help it. You know?
He's a people pleaser. He wants to be loved. He loves to be loved, right? Obviously, his father walked out on him. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to self-diagnose, but typically people who, you know, he's mentioned that he has abandonment issues, right? So obviously people who have those kinds of issues want and need that kind of, you know, large appeal.
Right. I mean, look at the people that he has had relationships with, that his running buddies have been with. Some of the most repugnant people that we could think of. You know, my God, it's Onision, Tana. I mean, my shit. This whole thing with Arrow now, it's just like, man, this is rough. Can he just be the most unlucky person in the world? I don't know.
Well, speaking of Onision is attempting, I use that term loosely, to turn over a new leaf.
Again? I swear to God, we talked about this like a month ago. Is it?
Yeah, well, he's trying again. Well, he kind of pissed a lot of people off when he started talking about Eugenia Cooney again.
What the fuck?
You know, he's made like 1,000 videos about her, and people were mad at him about the whole black hair thing that we mentioned.
Oh my God. He went back to Eugenia Cooney. Wow.
Mm-hmm. But now he's saying that he's trying to take some personal ownership. So with every one of his major breakups, he's always during the breakup slandered his ex, right? Aired all their dirty laundry, said everything mean he could publicly about them, essentially encouraging people to go attack them and harass them. You know what I mean?
He's admitting the crimes.
Pardon?
He's admitting the crimes.
His ex-wife never did anything to him except sue him for alimony when they got divorced. She won in the court case, and he made a bunch of videos about how he's going to kill himself because he has to pay alimony. And so people started harassing her, and she had to delete her social media.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's the shit
for something that legally she was entitled to.
This is what he does. He's a cancer. But
anyway,
he's turning over a new leaf.
And he's saying, this is his apology. His apology is, you know, after I broke up with my exes, I have gone on little, you know, campaigns to slander them. And although it was true, I do want to apologize for doing that. Everything I said about them was true, but I am sorry I went and told the internet all that stuff.
He doesn't realize how apologies work. Holy God. So that was a non-apology apology.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I love that he reiterates the slander in the apology. Everything I said was true, by the way. All that shit that I said I was lying about, that's all true. But I'm really sorry. What the fuck? What an asshole. What an asshole.
And he brings up like things that didn't even have anything to do with him. His one ex, I believe, like had an abortion because she got pregnant by her like abusive ex-boyfriend, and she aborted that child. And he like brings that up just so people will go and hate on her. Like it's like messed up.
He's a sicko. He's another one of these guys. Hey, who was his running buddy for a long time? Who was it? You want to just say it? Who was it? Just who was it?
Well, Sear.
No. There was another one. He's kind of big right now. He's going through what's his name?
Social Repose.
No, different one. He's doing docuseries. He's in the thumbnail. What's his name?
Oh, Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson. There we go.
Actually, Onision challenged him to a boxing match.
Please
he
take
makes a
it.
really ridiculous video where he's like, Shane, I know you're too afraid to fight me, so guess what? I'll let you use gloves and I'll just use my own bare hands. And he takes boxing gloves and he starts punching himself in the face. And he's like, I can take a hit, pussy. I can take a hit.
I love it. Oh, please let this happen. Somebody just let this happen.
I would actually pay to see that. Like, I don't give a fuck about Jake Paul and whoever the fuck,
right.
But Shane Dawson versus Onision is worth the $10.
I would, you know what? I would pay with you. I think this would be amazing to see. Shane won't do it though. I don't think Shane won't do it.
No, he wouldn't do it. No way.
Like, I mean, people noted that
he wants Onision to die.
Right, but he doesn't want to do it himself.
Actually, it would be. Remember how Onision did that, like, confronting my hater series, but then he ended up making his hater his friend. Like, I want to see him do it with Onision. Like, if you actually want to like turn your hater into your friend, please do it with Onision.
Right.
Please. Because then I'll believe. You know?
Right. Go ahead. Let's get this friendship back together. My God. It's unbelievable. This whole thing is craziness. I love it. I love it that it all kind of ties into each other, too. We wove a tapestry here, Faye. It was quite amazing.
Speaking of someone else that Shane Dawson runs into that has problems, Trisha Paytas. I know this isn't in the title or the thumbnail.
Trisha's always welcome.
She's really upset because a lot of videos have been popping up where it's like Trisha being abusive for 10 minutes, Trisha being toxic for 8 minutes. And it's all these like really nasty comments in her vlogs that people have compiled that she makes towards her boyfriend, Jason.
Oh, man.
And Trisha's upset because people are saying that she's an abusive girlfriend.
I think that's not a stretch.
No, she does a lot of manipulative and like the proof is in the pudding. Watch the video. They're horrible. It's like, babe, you're fat. And like, wow, you never do anything I want. Oh, you like that girl better than me? You're not supposed to say that. And she'll be like, what, do you find her hot? And Jason's like, yeah, she's attractive. How could you say that, Jason?
She's
like,
nuts.
that's how insane she is.
And you know what's great is she doesn't understand why other people see that. Wait, what's another? That's a trait that we've been talking about, huh? Yeah, I'm not saying she's a sociopath. In fact, I'm not saying anybody that we've talked about tonight is a sociopath. I'm saying everybody's fucked up. That's the extent of Dr. Dickhead's diagnosis. Y'all are fucked up.
Listen to this. If you search just quickly symptoms of a sociopath, right? And you just look at like the Mayo Clinic, this is what it says. Behavior, being antisocial. Everybody's antisocial sometimes. Right. Being deceitful. Everybody lies.
I know. I almost lied about not doing a show. Yeah.
Risk-taking behaviors. Aggressive. Impulsive. Irritable.
Fuck.
Literally everybody ever.
I'm a sociopath.
Mood, anger, boredom, general discontent.
Oh my God.
Every edgy teenager ever.
That's me right now. That's me at this fucking moment.
You're literally a sociopath in this moment. Like, listening to those symptoms, you know, people watching, like, does that not sound like you at some point, at least in your life?
It's
Were
right
you
this
never
second.
angry, mad at the world?
Everybody goes through these things. But this is, you know what this is kind of a run over of? And this is going to catch me some heat too. But for the past 25 years, from autism to other like disorders, we've had this overdiagnosis. Everybody's a goddamn doctor. Everybody will tell you, you got one housewife telling another housewife about the autistic symptoms, and then next thing you know, she's taken into the same fucking quack who diagnosed him, blah, 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 blah. so on and so forth. We live in this culture where throwing a label on somebody, especially when it's a really, really negative, stigmatic fucking label, pedophile, motherfucking sociopath, psychopath, all these things, and we try to pseudo-prove it. We infotainment style of fucking proving it. All we do is breed this culture of more, like Faye said earlier, misinformation. It's a bad thing that's going on right now, and I don't know how to say it any better than that. This shit is bad, man. And this is not Shane Dawson's fault, by the way. It's not his fault. This is going on with or without Shane Dawson. But he picked the wrong time to be going with that same trend, because I think he's getting burned up alive for it. And unless this series takes a drastic turn, it's only going to get worse. Do you see that happen? Or do you see this turning around for old Shanester?
I think pretty much what you said, that he's going to go quote-unquote hard, like he went quote-unquote hard on Tana, and then it's going to be kind of like a redemption. Like Jake's gonna be like, I'm just trying to do my best, you know, Shane? Like, I know I've done some fucked up things. I'm just a kid, you know?
Right.
Like, I was thrown into the limelight at 17. I was on aardvark. You know, my parents got divorced, and my dad was always pitting me and my brother against each other. And they're, you know, Shane's gonna be like, I love you. Maybe he's gonna say, you know, I felt a little depressed lately, Shane. And everyone's like, oh, everything you've done now is fine.
Right, yeah. That's not going to work with... See, this is the problem, and I said this at the beginning of this entire series that he was going to do. Jake is Jake. And the problem with Shane's series is that fucking fight. At the end of that fight, and I used this before, I'm going to use it again. When he had the moment of everybody actually feeling some sort of emotion towards him besides repulsion, he had a moment to speak his mind and tell everybody, while you are lost in that euphoric moment of victory, of testosterone, of endorphins, you are most truthful. You are ready to spew your message. And what was his message? Limited T-shirts, baby. Limited T-shirts. 500 T-shirts. Go buy my shit, you dabbing dickheads. Because that's who he is. There's no mind to get into with Jake Paul. You picked a bad subject, Shane, because I think you saw green. And that is unfortunate, but I don't even damn you for it, because that is very, very easy trap to fall into. You picked the wrong subject, and you might pay for it.
Yeah, you know what? Here, you know, like that meme, like, it ain't that deep, fam? Well, Jake ain't that deep, fam.
Right.
Okay, he's just your standard frat boy. He's boring, he's shallow, he's spastic. Yep. That it.
It really is. It doesn't take much more than that. No, it's not. It certainly doesn't need 8 fucking parts.
That's ridiculous. When I saw the series gonna be 8-part, guys, I was like, moo, the milk cow comes a chugging.
I love Tobes' shallow analysis. Even he doesn't believe that. Even he doesn't. There's nothing shallow about that. What the fuck off. God, get his dick out of your mouth, Tobes.
If you want to talk about it, why don't you join Waiting to Call?
I don't want to talk to him about it. We're just going to end up getting into a retard slap fight. It's not good.
Well, you know what? That's why you're the admin, and you can turn the retard slap fight off.
Good point. You're right. I do have ultimate power. Do you want to take some calls, or you got some other things you want to get to? I know you said you had some other...
Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Dead on Dave Discord. I'm sure somebody that knows how to work things better than me will drop a link.
That's right. Somebody who actually does their...
Somebody will drop a link. I'm like looking at Jade. A link.
I'm sure somebody will go do that.
And if you want to talk about anything we've talked about or anything extra that's going on, come on in.
Look at Faye. Look at you go. I don't even have to be here. This is amazing. Great job. I'm going to open up the Beer Factory as well. If we get any donations from this point on for the rest of the show, every $10, I'll chug a brewski for you guys, because I got a feeling with some of the calls that we'll get, I'm going to fucking need it. Who do you want to start with? You want to make GunCannon wait like we always do?
Sure. Right. He's patient. He's a good boy.
He's patient. He's a good boy. We'll start with Reaper O'Malley, who never unmutes his microphone. I'm going to have to talk and straight. Oh, my God. He got it fast this time. You're live with Dead on Dave and Faye. What do you got, Reaper?
Alright, this is kind of old. It doesn't really pertain to what you're talking about, but wonderful. I saw that, you know what I saw? Alright, so like, you know, I have 2 little siblings, and they watch, like, Minecraft shit, and I saw them watching Lion Maker the other day. I was like, what the fuck? I instantly, like...
He's alive?
What?
Yeah,
like,
he's back.
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing though. Like, nobody ever interviewed him. Him and Clausen never interviewed him. And I was wondering, like, do you think he should have? Because I don't know what the fuck this guy is on, but apparently he was like, he went to jail for it, for what happened or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know what. And do you think Tommy was kind of right to not interview, or Clausen?
It was a slippery thing to get into. To interview him at all live was never going to happen. I don't think most people would have been that stupid to do that. A lot of people were throwing my name around. This was something that was a little behind the scenes about maybe being the guy to be able to pull it off. I told everybody, fuck no. And here's the reason why I would never do it. And this is how I justify it. And I'm just going to give you how I see it. He didn't need to be made to look better or even introduced to my audience. He had no right to my audience. I know that he might help me gain a bigger audience. But honestly, anybody who might even be somewhat sympathetic to that guy is not an audience that I want. And I feel, as douchey as this might sound, as the guardian of the community in some ways, that it's my right to decide what's best to bring in through those type of content, through those type of interviews, and who I don't want to subject to my audience. So that was my rationale behind it.
Yeah, I hear you, but the only thing I wonder is, okay, they already gave him a platform to try and lie about, oh, somebody hacked into my Twitter. So at one point, do you try and nail him?
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, try and catch him in his bullshit?
No, I don't really see the need to. Most people don't have a positive opinion of this guy. And the problem with these type of trap interviews, if you fuck something up, you've just made him a martyr. You've just helped him. So I don't only not trust myself enough to be good enough to try and trap somebody in that way. It doesn't get me off to do it. The guy went to jail. He served under the fucking terms of where he lived. As long as he doesn't continue to do this retarded shit, I don't know what else to say. YouTube has found it deemed appropriate from him to be a representation of them by being on the platform. I think they're wrong. There's nothing else that can be done from that point. So why give him more of a light? That's my logic with it.
I definitely hear you. And last thing, real quick, on the Shane Dawson thing, I think that Jake Paul, like she said, Jake Paul is not that complex. When you hold a magnifier up to him, he's not that complex. And my only problem with Shane even kind of doing the series about him was I wouldn't have minded it, but every time he gets on an interview, he lies and he tries to like when he did that thing with Good Morning America or whatever the fuck that was, he tried to bullshit his way through it. And the thing is like, yeah, everybody kind of knows dude's a douchebag, but like, I don't know, he could have went deeper is I guess my thing, because I think that the guy, I don't know, I think the guy like lies a lot, and I think he could have probably at least tried to nail him on something, you know what I mean? And
that's
bring
not
it up
what he
to him.
does.
Because not many people have the point, not many people have like the opportunity to confront somebody like that about exactly in the same room as them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. That was never going to be the point. That's not Shane. That's not who he is.
Yeah, I get it. But to see if he was a sociopath, but I mean,
none of us are doctors. None of us are doctors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is insanity.
That kind of went out the window.
Yeah, it's insanity. Absolutely insanity.
So, I mean, I just think that maybe that should have been the angle he took. That's kind of what my point was.
I don't think it would have helped. I don't think it would have mattered. Because if you go too hard on him, you try to nail him, well, then you're doing exactly what a lot of people were expecting you to do. And that might turn around. Do you think that was a possibility of happening, Faye? Do you think if he went super hard on old Jakey Poo that it might have had the reverse effect?
I think Jake wouldn't have agreed to do it. Jake said on Twitter and in a video, he did a Q&A before the series launched, that Shane told him exactly the direction that the docu-series was going in before he even agreed to do it.
And as I Am Squeeze said in the chat, and it's perfect, this isn't an exposed video. He's trying to show you why Jake is who he is. I think that there's different terms. Obviously, I don't know what the ultimate point is, and we're not going to know until episode
There's a way to go
472.
hard on somebody without attacking them. Though.
Yeah, but when you're making
from an interview,
well, yeah, but again, this is different. This is a docu-series, you know, and this is where he's a victim of his own pretension, you know, because he had to go docu-series and he had to do different things through different episodes. He's got to fill time. He's got to fill a mass amount of time. He's got to balance between pertinent information and entertainment. This is a very difficult project to do well. It's not an easy thing, especially when it's somebody who's as frivolous as fucking Jake Paul. But I agree with I Am Squeezed. This was not an exposed video. So we're not going to know the point until episode 723. So, I mean, that's really what it is. So. All right, anything else? Nope.
No, that's it.
All right, brother,
Thanks,
have a good
Reaper.
night. Yeah, thank you
Bye.
very much. What was the first thing that he talked about? He asked 2 questions. What was the first one? Because I wanted to get your... the Lion Maker. Yeah, what do you think about the entire situation? You and I know we've had this conversation before, but do you think people should have been giving him their platforms more freely to try and spread the word about exactly who he is, even though I think it's pretty well put out there?
Like you... The people that watch Colossal watch you. I think there's a large overlap in your fan bases. So for you, it wouldn't make a big difference. But I think people in the Minecraft community, like people like Sky does Minecraft, should have made a video about it to let his watchers know this guy is dangerous.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's actually a good point. That self-policing sometimes that communities need to do. You know, that's not the worst thing. Almost. What about forcing? What about something like if you are a registered sex offender, your subs got a notification, and you have to like confirm your sub because of that conviction. So you know what I mean?
I think that's fair.
That's a good idea, right?
Since YouTube, let's be serious, YouTube has a huge under 18 viewer base, right? This is the new age. All us oldies are still watching TV, right? You know? Like, I think that it is important because as a parent, you would want to know, right? But then the issue then becomes with, like, you know, other countries and their laws. And there's, you know, not sex offender lists in every country, you know, that can upload to YouTube. It's very, very true. But I do think that in the case of Lion Maker, why is he even allowed to have a channel? Right. You would like, aren't you just giving a known pedophile, a known predator that has already harmed children? Mm-hmm. Aren't you just giving him access to more children? Yeah. Like, should we let Jared from Subway just let him go in a McDonald's play pit? Like, probably not. Probably a bad idea. It's probably not going to work out well for anybody. Him on as his new spokesperson. He's now Ronald McDonald. He's like, come sit with me, kids. Like, you know, probably wouldn't sit too well with people. No, like, would not. No, would not. And yeah, I think you're 100% right there. But at the very least, because you don't want to get into that arbitrary banishment of people either, I think the best way is to a notification going out to all the subs. And maybe even any registered emails with the subs. Like if kids did sign up and they had to have their parents' email account or whatever to be able to do it, that email account gets a notification as well. You know, it's the equivalent of walking around going door to door and saying, "Hi, my name is Jared." You know, it's like, I'm a sexual predator. What was that? I'm a sexual predator. What are you? I'm a sexual predator. It's like, oh my God, fucking hell. I love it. Unbelievable. All right. You want to take some more calls? Yeah. All right. Let's go with... I'm going to make Tobes wait one more. Kevin Blanco. What's going on, buddy? You're live with Dead on Dave and Faye. What do you got for us?
Oh, finally. Hello, Dave. Hello, Faye.
Hello.
What up?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
My sign went off. I don't understand the hype behind the Shane Dawson series. I think Lemon in his Twitter is saying better. Mm-hmm. I think people are expecting too much from him, honestly.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
Yes, he say no offense to Shane, but what has he actually accomplished documentary-wise to warrant disappointment with this Jake Paul thing? Yeah. Why the hype in the first place? He say that.
I agree. That's a very good question. I don't get it either, but you seem to be like me. You don't seem to get his fucking content either. No. I don't get it either.
Yeah, I know. I watched the first episode and it was so boring.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people say, "Oh, it's the greatest thing that ever happened this year on YouTube." Fuck that.
It's a very big divide, and it's getting bigger the more this series goes on.
Yeah, I don't get it. And some people say, he deserves a Netflix documentary. What? Yeah,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
What? No, man, no, please, fuck that. No, he don't deserve shit. Yeah.
No, he hasn't done anything yet. I think he showed rudimentary skills at best. And here's the thing. Here's what it comes down to with Shane. This is the biggest thing. Either you like his personality or you don't. Shane doesn't have anything else that draw people in. I don't think Shane's exceptionally smart. That's not a diss. I'm not exceptionally smart either. So you're not going to be able to keep people entertained from an intellectual standpoint. I don't think that he has anything that stands out that makes him a incredibly entertaining guy in a traditional sense, aside from his personality. And that is a very polarizing personality. Not everybody likes that particular way of being. And now I'm not talking about the overly gay attitude or whatever, a thing like that. No, I'm just talking that almost borderline fakeness, I think, that a lot of people feel about him. I know I'm one of those, to where everything is dramatic and everything's so important. And oh my God, my brain is literally going to come out of my body. That's not for me. And I think a lot people forget just how annoying that behavior can be.
Yeah, and some thing that people say that this series or documentary had a great editing. It's not that to insult his editor right now. But
right, I'm not hating on Shane Dawson.
Watching a colossal video in comparison to Shane Dawson.
Yeah,
it's different.
But then again, everybody's videos are different. Everybody has different styles. Everybody has different things that have brought people in, you know. And I'm not here to say which style is better, which form of entertainment is better. I'm an asshole who talks on the fucking radio, essentially. That's what I do. I'm not going to judge anyone on that. It's just, for me, it's boring, and that's the end of the day.
Yes. I understand the overhype with that, but I don't think he deserves the amount of hate he's receiving, honestly. But
yeah, I don't get it either.
It's YouTube, so
right. And a little bit of a follow-up question to what you asked from Zanta Claws in the chat. Zanta Claws Music. The biggest backlash is coming from creators. I think there's some truth to that, but you're seeing more in the viewership as well. So do you think it's genuine or comes from jealousy? Faye, what do you think? I think that there is obviously some jealousy as well.
She's muted right
I know, but I think she was just waiting to be brought back in.
Yeah. You know what? I think that creators obviously have the most issues with Jake Paul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that, because they see the potential harm that he can do to their market and their platform that they create on, and that is their career, right? So they're more vested in it than the average watcher of Jake Paul or the watcher of Shane Dawson. You know what I mean? But is there big backlash really coming from creators? Because I see a lot of just normal viewers just really
I do too.
upset.
I think that it's getting more and more into the regular viewership. I know at first it really was a lot of creators, but I don't think I think that's something people were saying, but I don't know if it's necessarily true. There seems to be a lot of viewership. If you just look at his Twitter timeline,
look at the dislikes on that second episode.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Kevin, I appreciate the call. You got everything in?
Yeah, I want to say something else about one thing that you guys talking about before, about the South Park season.
Yeah, real quick.
The new season. I think the first episode is okay. It's not the best, but it's not bad in my opinion.
Yeah, it's all opinions at the end of the day.
It's just what your sense of humor is.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It started better than the previous season. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, man. Enjoy the rest of the season, and thanks for calling in, buddy.
Okay. Thanks, man.
No problem. Yeah, I can't argue with someone's opinion. If you like it, you like it, and that's perfectly fine. And that's really all I'm trying to say about the Shane Dawson thing too. That's why you're not seeing me go crazy and digging into the weaknesses of some of his points or anything. Why? Because I don't really care. I'm not really here to get anybody to backlash against Shane. I've been asked a question of whether or not I like the content. I don't. And here's my reasons of why I think that there's some disconnect and why he's catching hate. That's it.
You can't criticize him for being boring.
No.
You know what I mean? Like at the end, but my issues lie with the misinformation spreading. That's my biggest problem, and I think that's a problem that a lot of people have.
And I think it's legit. I think it's completely legit. Completely. All right, let's try to speed through some other people in here. All right, Delvina, we're gonna try and speed through.
How are you doing after you were sexually harassed by Andre?
I feel so threatened. Okay, but I wanted to talk about the Shane Dawson thing because I'm not gonna say it's boring, but oh my goodness, is it long?
Why does everybody do that? The people who love Shane Dawson so much, I'm not gonna say that it's boring. Motherfucker, you just said it was boring. You know you did.
Well, no,
you know you did.
I thought was boring. I thought the first episode was boring. The second episode, I actually liked it. It's mostly the ending I was a fan of. I didn't really like the lady that much because she just kind of seemed not very professional. I mean, she was wearing what looked like a mermaid shirt, like, but like, yeah, not really professional. But I think one of the main things that I don't really like about the documentary is that it's done by Shane.
Yeah.
Shane has this big bear personality. He wants to cuddle everybody. He wants to make everybody feel better. That's why he gave Bobby a car. That's why he gave that little boy a camera. That's why he's doing all these nice things for people. And he doesn't want to say he's going to give Jake a redemption arc, because in the third episode he's like, I don't want to feel bad for Jake.
Right.
But you're feeling bad for Jake right now. And I get that. But it's just, if it was like his boyfriend Rylan who was doing it, it would be so much more different. If it was his cameraman Andrew who was doing the documentary, it would be so much different. If it was iNaver doing the documentary, it would have been so much more different. And because
everybody has different styles.
That's
I think that's partly part of it, but it's not the full part of it. You know, I think that really what it comes down to is when you're watching something bad, or you kind of know it. And most people, I think, have picked up on this one. There's not, in other cases, even Tana, he was able to, in some degree, make her a little bit sympathetic, at least for a little bit, until the lies got too much to fucking follow anymore. But look what he was able to do with the Jeffree Star, even though Jeffree Star, that was a little bit different because a lot of people already love Jeffree Star. And then now they fucking adore Jeffree Star. Jake Paul is a repugnant, detestable prick. You know you know what I mean? It's like, you can't turn this into a sympathetic figure. It's the embodiment of everything that's wrong, and creators especially, and maybe this is why there's a bigger dislike in the creator community, almost 100% across the board. It might be because of that. Jake has hurt a lot of people's fucking bottom lines with his and his brother's fucking attitude. So that's a hard thing to get past, and that might have something to do with it. I could be completely wrong, though. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay in the documentary for a long haul, but it's 8 parts, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be 8 parts, but maybe he's gonna upload it like once a day so it comes out faster.
Nah.
Nope.
Wednesday, Friday.
Milky, which I don't even mind. Milk it, baby. Milk it. Milk all that money out of it.
Really
I got no. Yeah, but I don't care. That's not a criticism to me. Milk the fuck out of it. It's what you're supposed to do. It's your job. You found something that people want to watch or make fun of or whatever. It's called selling. Roman Reigns is very good at it. You know, they know how to fucking push the merch. Do your thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also, I don't think.
Wait, is Roman Reigns a sociopath?
Oh,
yes.
my goodness.
Yes, he is. All right, Delvina, final thoughts there, honey.
My final thoughts is that it needs to be shorter. Shane Dawson's still a good person, and I'm still waiting for the new Garrett Watts episode to come out, because it's also supposed to be a documentary about him being a hoarder.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Interesting.
I agree with all of that.
Yep. All right, Delvina, take it easy.
Bye.
All right, I am Squeeze. So you're saying Jake can never redeem himself? And I don't mean overnight. I mean years down the road. How the fuck do I know? All I know is right now he doesn't seem to be able to. You know, every time that he's given the opportunity, he pisses it away.
I'd like to just interject really quickly. I don't give a fuck about Jake.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't care. You know, he could live forever.
Yeah, he can never redeem himself in my eyes, and who gives a fuck? He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't even care about. Redemption. I think it's so stupid for me to even say. I'm not mad at him. I don't give a fuck about Jake Paul. I don't watch him. I have executed my power, the power that we all have. It's called I don't care about him. I turned it off. I flipped the switch. No, thank you. Out of my fucking brain, Senor Paul. Take your fucking brother with you. Oh, except when you guys fight. I'll watch you guys fight all the time. Y'all are great athletes. I want to see that shit some more. Go fight. I love that. Because they have the possibility of being punched, and which makes me happy. But other than that, no, I just, they're not for me, man. Not for me. Sorry. Zanta, he's doing it for views. Yeah, but I'm okay with it. I wish I could fucking do it for views. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Maybe you can score that Logan interview.
Right? Now's the time. Let's get him on. All right, speaking of getting on, who do we want to... You know what? Let's just get this over with. My Mush Puff Tobes. Yeah, there he is.
What a good introduction. Let's get this over with.
What's up there, Honey Bunch?
What's up? What's going on? How are you guys doing?
Hello, Tobrantula. How's it going?
Hey.
I gave you gold.
Yeah, Sabat Red Rum was like on point.
Sabat Red Rum is fucking fantastic. I love it so much.
It doesn't even begin with a T, though.
Yes,
Tobrantula begins with a T. You know, really.
Mine begins with a T, too.
And also, I prefer film spook titties. That was my second suggestion.
I like Tabzula Rasa, so whatever. Whatever. That was clever, too, and nobody gets me.
That one was fucking weird.
You're weird. How about that?
I didn't even get that one either, dude.
Tabula Rasa! It's a well-known... Never mind. Y'all not Wiccans.
The Babadook?
Oh, I hate everybody here. All right, what do you got, Tobesy?
Well, you know what I've got.
Yeah. You're so mean to Shane.
Just read off the DM that you sent Tommy.
You know, I do give you shit for it, but like, I know like creators are not everyone's cup of tea. Like, I don't like iDubbbz.
Right.
I don't enjoy clowns videos anymore. But like, it's a to each their own sort of situation.
Is it the FusyTube Part 2? I was going to talk about that last week, but I hated that video.
I was just like...
It was stupid. It was worthless.
Yeah,
it was the same one over again.
Exactly.
It was. Let me ask you a question, Tobes. Would you say everything that I just said about Shane was at the very least fair? Thank you, Trampiro, for the subscription. I appreciate it. I was at least fair with Shane, I think, right?
I don't think all of it was fair.
What wasn't fair?
The thing with the sort of I don't know if it was you or Delvina that brought it up, but it was just like what was the point of this issue of this like documentary? Is it to save Jake Paul's career, or
right?
Give Jake Paul a redemption arc? I don't think that's the point. I think it could be a cautionary tale for future
Tobes, honey. If something has 8 parts, it better have a fucking point. If something has 8 parts, it better have a fucking point.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. I am film oddities, but again, it's just like the content itself. Like it could be a cautionary tale.
If you like boring cautionary tales, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I don't think it's boring.
Really?
I genuinely see it as the standard documentary.
You love him so much, though, Tobes.
I've done 2 months of studying like actual documentaries. I've watched 150, 40 or so docu-series. Yeah. And the rest.
I don't know why that. That doesn't.
But what I'm saying is, like Shane Dawson has been approaching his latest content like a filmmaker would approach it. Even his vlogs, he approaches them as a filmmaker. There's no, I don't know how to explain this.
I know what you're trying to say. I just don't know if I agree with it. Because I see no difference. I see him doing the exact same shit that he did in the vlog, just now he's telling an extra narrative. I don't see it as groundbreaking. I don't even see it really as much of a documentary, to be completely honest.
See, I do it because I do see it that way because
you love him.
I do love him, but
he makes your dick hard. Let's be serious.
No, he's not my type. But let's. But I think I typed this out. Like I typed a lengthy fucking DM.
Do you think, Tobes, that you might be seeing things through a biased point of view?
I don't even want to do that to him. Yeah, well, that's fair. Okay, that's fair.
But like I think like I have enough experience with what like in that sort of genre to make a competent, objective opinion.
Well, let's get another opinion because Vega's here as well.
Oh.
Tobes, I was just gonna say that I think from a mechanical point of view that it is like well made, and like I like the shots and the editing is all good and stuff like that. But I think what Dave's just saying is that he just finds the subject matter boring.
I find the
doesn't matter how well a
subject,
documentary is produced, if the subject matter is boring, like that Tickled documentary that I watched, everyone said it was so good, it was so boring, I want to die. I don't care about an underground tickling fetish. That's so whatever.
Fuck you.
Well, dude, I even got questioned on that by people that follow me when I responded to Jake.
Right.
Not Jake. To what the fuck is his name? Shane Dawson.
Yeah.
And even the people that, because I was like checking the people responding to me, I was like, these have to be Shane fans. And I went over to their shit and they followed me. I was like, what? Oh, I recognize these people. And they're like, why don't you like Shane Dawson? I'm like, I didn't say I didn't like the guy. I'm just saying, like, it's not my thing. I don't give a fuck about Jake Paul. That's all it is.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's if you walk up to me and you just can't stop talking about somebody, I don't give a shit. Like, Britney Spears and Jake Paul are like the same person. I don't care.
No, I get
so
you.
when you say, but my opinion on the matter, which is why I commented under his thing when he said Jake Paul is trending, so that's okay because he's a polite guy, right?
Right.
So I said that's bullshit. You're not my kind of thing, right? But it's still bullshit that you're not number one on trending. Planet Earth is talking about you. I don't give a fuck, but everybody is. Everybody does. So you deserve to be on.
Sure.
That's the truth.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like for me, it's something I wanted to bring up. It's something I wrote to Tommy last night.
Well, to fucking tell it to me, motherfucker.
There's something like Netflix
Wait till tomorrow.
Every episode of their docuseries in one day. Those series are a point of reference to many of its critics. The complete story is given to them in one dump, but Shane's series has parts that come out every 2 days or so. And because Shane Dawson's documentaries are arguably of primetime quality,
that is insanity. Insanity. No, all right. I know. I gotta stop you there. I'm sorry. Honestly, you can say that with a fucking straight face. They're the most basic fucking edits I've ever goddamn seen in my Vega. Do you see something groundbreaking and fucking beautiful other than just like basically a really good hobbyist who's doing the editing?
I am Film Oddities.
I'm sorry.
Film Oddities. Hello, my name's Vega. And I will say this. Everybody's hopping on the fucking hate train now. The second the first Tana Manju thing came out, all the YouTuber chats were fucking popping. Everybody was like, oh my God, this thing is groundbreaking. I was like, dog, all I see is a reality show, Ghost Adventures type thing. Tell me what the big deal is. Right. They're like, oh, the editing is, and I think, I don't want to call him out, but somebody that's well known for very good quality content, it's not the clown, it's just this one particular individual that's like top tier within our community.
Right.
He was saying that he was trying to convince me because me and him, I would say me and him were on
the same level. Gotcha.
Yeah, I would say. And fucking, he's like, well, the editing, it keeps you interested and it's just very captivating and this and that. I was like, I think you're falling for the sound design and just the cuts. Because sound design is very, very, very important if you want to keep the audience's attention and kind of captivate them. Because if you didn't know, even songs, they have already got that down to a science. If they have certain frequencies within certain pop songs, they can trigger certain things in the brain. Look this shit up.
That's true. No, he's 100% right. He's 100% right.
Yeah, they can trigger certain things in the brain that cause you to that attention stays on whatever it is you're watching. And if you notice, he has big bass drops and certain things that happen like every few seconds or a few minutes.
It's triggers. It's audio triggers. Yes, it's 100%.
Yeah. So I think that particular individual who's trying to argue with me, because I didn't see it, I know what's going on. I'm just like, this is like Ghost Adventures. I used to love watching Ghost Adventures for like 4 or 5 episodes, and I was like, wait a minute, nothing ever happens. Like what? Nothing happens. All it is boom, close up, zoom. Oh my God, I thought I saw something. And at the end of the episode, they're like, tune in next week in case we finally see something after 10 years. It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm done. So episode 1, I was like, that's what this is. And this is going to keep going. Yep. And now, look, everybody's pissed off now.
I'm not even pissed off. I'm not even pissed off about it. That's the thing. It's like, I just don't care. It's like, fuck, everyone's freaking out one way or another. It's kind of like the Kavanaugh situation. Everybody's wrong here. Jesus Christ. But fuck, this is insanity.
Yeah.
Now everybody's hopping on it because it's cool. I think, dude. Everybody's pissed
Oh,
off.
I'm seeing more hate. I'm seeing more hate as time goes on.
But from day one, it was the same shit.
Seems to have gotten worse with each episode.
Yeah.
See, okay. The thing is, there are so many docu-series of the same of the same. I'm not gonna use caliber anymore because
I know what you're saying, though, Tobes. No, Tobes, I get what you're saying.
But of the same structure, you know, that it's obvious that Shane is going for, laying out a sort of narrative and then trying to figure things out, and then having the subject of the documentary speak about it. There's an amazing Netflix documentary called The Keepers. It basically starts by the first few episodes.
So can I stop you for one quick second, because like I understand what you're trying to lay out, what other docuseries has done in comparison to, but the point is, and none of this is relevant, is it comes down to whether or not you as an individual feel he's executing in that style properly. I don't feel that he is. You do, and that's the divide.
Not criticism levied against him.
No, because people are stupid, Tobes. People are looking for.
We can agree.
Yeah.
We can agree. I don't even see that there's that much of a conflict, other than is the series good or is the series bad?
Right.
Or it's your taste, right? But if you want to go and start appeasing the idiots that are out there that are like, oh, you're showing mental health. These are just complete idiots.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you even talking to them for?
Right, exactly.
This is what I call the crackhead Pete effect. The people that moved into the neighborhood, like in the hood, when I was living in the neighborhood, we had this guy named Crackhead Pete. And Crackhead Pete would go, and what do crackheads do? They talk to themselves, they're spastic, they just start screaming. And if you're a gangbanger, usually you'd be like, yo, fuck this mother, let's rob this dude. But you can't. It's Crackhead Pete. That's what he does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you even listening to, hey, what's up, Pete? And he just goes and he's like, oh, fuck your mother. Yeah, anybody else, you knock him out. But this is Crackhead Pete.
Right. You know, there used to be a great phrase that used to go around. It was like, I won't even dignify that with a response. You know why? Because certain things don't need to be fucking dignified with a response. But we're also talking about another aspect here as well, guys.
Well, you're right, Dave.
There's
no credibility to that shit.
Well, you are, to a point. There is some truth to that. But there's not only that. You know, there is a lot. Oh, fuck. I totally forgot where I was going. God damn it.
I'm sorry. That's
God
my fault.
damn it, Vega. You and your sexiness. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
I was going to a good place, too. No, it's too late now. Faye, let me get you in here real quick because you've been quiet for a little while. What do you think about since we just had a discussion, as a woman should. Oh, Jesus, what? Did I just repeat what you said?
Hello, it is me, the female opinion.
Femoid.
How do you see his production? We just heard a lot of things said about the production aspect of Shane Dawson series. Does it do anything for you? Are you seeing greatness, or is it just kind of meh?
Yeah, I would say TV level, no.
Yeah.
Like university film student level, maybe.
Yeah. Tobes is about to fucking kick a baby, man.
No, like I would understand if he was using those cuts and sound effects in like an actual movie, but it's a documentary. It's a different level, and what you expect from
it it's like the Blair Witch Project. That was a great documentary.
Hey, yo, you know what?
It's really good. That's a good comparison, actually.
Faye, you know what's funny is every time we look back in movies like that, and like people, how old are you, Faye?
25.
25.
He just lied.
Were you around
I think Faye just lied. Wait a second, Faye. Would you like to address the allegations that you just lied about your age?
I'm 25. I'm born in 1993.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so
all
Faye,
right. Shit.
Let me ask you something then. Were you around when that actually came out? Were you old enough to
No,
you know?
I wasn't, but I watched it later in life.
I'm pretty sure social media wasn't around when that came out, but I remember when it first came out, there was no real way to like do crazy research on that movie, but it was sold as in this is real. Like you couldn't really find the actor. Like it's not like social media. You couldn't find the actors. You couldn't do that kind of shit. So when it came out, you're watching this thing, and as soon as you buy the ticket and you're sitting down, you're like, I'm about to watch a real thing. So you watch it, and it was intensely creepy. It was insane. Like the sound design, the way they shot it, the way it was played out, it worked. And it was like almost revolutionary in found footage, right? It kind of reinvented or invented the whole genre. And then later on, now we're so used to it, we look back and we're like, yeah, the Blair Witch Project, that wasn't even good. If you had to be there to experience what it was in the moment, that was like the biggest thing. And now it's like, oh, it's so stupid.
It was still amazing, and fuck you. It's still incredible.
I particularly still think it was great because I remember it, you know? It's like when people are like, watch Casablanca. I wasn't around during that time, even in film, when the film courses. I'm like, fuck that, I don't care.
Oh, Tobes is losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, but, you know, whatever, dude. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and diss it. I don't get it, and whatever. That's it.
Again, it's to each their own. And I do give you shit for not liking Shane, Dave, but it is just like, you know, you're.
I don't think he's a bad guy. You know, I don't think he, like, everybody goes right to, what are you saying about Shane? Everybody tries to take it to a personal fucking level. I just don't like his shit. He doesn't do anything for me.
Officially, that I actually like Shane, but I wish he would go back to making Galaxy Pizza.
All right.
I actually do like
gay
Shane.
Culture in one statement.
I like Shane. I like that he's doing his thing, and I think he's getting caught up to the point where his series is so popular and so talked about whenever he releases anything that he's getting caught up in it. He's a sensitive guy, you know, that's just who he is. When we say, oh, like Dave, when you said earlier, that's just, you know, his personality or whatever, that is who he is.
It is.
So
I
don't
know.
think he's fake. I don't think he's fake. I just think that's just how he is.
I don't know.
My uncle, he reminds me of my uncle. My uncle's gay as fuck.
It's not even.
My uncle acts just like that. And he over dramatizes everything, you know, like that. But it's hilarious to me.
It's not even. But it's not even that I think he's actually fake, though. That's the thing. It's just I feel that he comes off as fake. It's not that I think that he's actually fake. I do think he's a good person. There's this thing that I cannot shake about him, that when he's in his performance, whenever, because this is a form of entertainment, or at least it's supposed to be, right? I can't connect with him for those reasons. Whether or not he's actually fake, it's completely fucking irrelevant. I can't get my brain to stop going, man, this guy feels fake as fuck. I just don't like that. It's just not for me.
What I do hate about like the sociopath episode was when they were in conversation on the couch, and then on this last episode solidified it for me because I was like, maybe this is kind of a thing, right? He took every little thing as this just, oh my God, can you believe being competitive like that? It's like, yeah. What are you talking? It's like a man thing. What are you talking about? Yeah,
man thing. I was competitive as hell with my sister growing up.
Yeah, but I'm saying, well, I'm
That's
just
a
saying.
sibling thing.
This is, and I'm not gonna shit on the content in any way, shape, or form. But that is the problem, though. If you want to make any serious problem, and Faye was talking to this point earlier with the misinformation, that's all part of it. You know, that's all part of the same pack right there. When you're making these minor elements of sociopathy or any mental illness and you're focusing in on it and it's a big deal, like it's a clue, it's a hint, a lot of people, the same ones who go to WebMD and like, fuck, I got cancer of the toe, that's what they're going to be going with. They're going to be like, man, I might be a sociopath. We're seeing so many videos of kids that are now like worried about it. It's fucking insane. This isn't good for awareness, by the way. This is not good for awareness.
It is not. This is so fucking bad. Like I was watching that, like to a normal person, they would watch that and be like, meh, and move on. But now everybody is insane.
Right.
So you have to be like careful because Shane is sensitive. He cares about his audience's opinion, this and that. And I think I said it earlier in the chat. This guy was clocking in. It's not like Shane resurrected himself.
Right.
This guy he was clocking in 4 to 5 to 6 million per anything that he did.
Oh yeah.
It didn't matter what it was. So this just happens to be double those numbers, and it involves Jake Paul and controversial figures. So everybody cares.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's another league, man, and that's what happens with growth sometimes. It's just how it is.
I can't believe people just can't be like, okay, you don't like it, don't fucking watch it. What you want me to do? I like making this shit.
Well,
I'm gonna
think
keep
about
making this
it. This is what the community and what YouTube has come into. It's come into reacting and fucking not creating any content of your own, but just giving your opinions. And we're doing the exact same thing right now, by the way, of what's going on. That's part of this whole cycle. And, you know, so I don't have a problem with it. It's just part of the life cycle. It's nothing new. This is either you accept it and you are okay with it or you're not. All right, Tobes, anything else you got? I want to try to wrap this up because I got to go take a poop.
I was going to throw in a really bad internet meme, but...
Oh, God, I'm farting bad. Hurry up. Oh.
Jesus. Jesus. No, I'll do it tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, you got the show tomorrow there, sweetheart.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
I'm so
Our
excited.
show is turning into the Me Too recap of the week.
Good God, I can't. People better make me drink tomorrow.
Kanye West?
I am going to talk about Kanye West.
Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. I get a chance to look like a racist. Yeah!
Yes, can't wait it.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm brown. I get a pass.
Yeah, you get many passes. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
She's such a freaky girl. I love it.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Vega, anything else you want to talk about before I get your sexy self out and get these last two motherfuckers up in here?
No, just rendering the Trigger episode. It'll be out like at any moment, I guess.
Nice, nice. Can't wait to see it. Hopefully, it's not terrible content.
It's a 10-minute plus. It's a 10-minute plus. Yeah, I don't like people saying anything about quality content. It was just a couple of edits of stock footage. All right.
Right.
Now when I'm around, if you see me in the chat, shut the fuck up. All right? I'm done with that shit. I can't stand that shit.
That's right.
When I heard fucking Tommy say, Shane is the greatest YouTuber of all time, I was like, hold on now.
Right.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. That's it. I can't watch this show.
Shane should hire you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I actually like his editor. I think his editor has good pacing and all that shit.
Right.
I just think the whole thing is kind of dumb.
Little overblown here, but you know that's the internet. It is how it is. True. All right, Vega, thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy. Tell the kids where they can find it.
I love you, Faye.
Where is that new episode going to be dropping at? So all the kids know.
The Laura Vega channel. If you're on the if you're still sub to the Cast 33 one, I dropped that Trincular one like last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
There you go.
Just as long as you're sub there, or just click on my name. That's the one I'm doing on.
There you go. Click on his name and
10
find the
minutes
new
plus
video.
animated front to back.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Good shit, Vega. Thanks for dropping by, buddy.
Yeah, later.
Good shit. All right, so we're gonna end with your husband.
Sure.
All right, Gunny. Sorry you had to wait through all of that. What you got?
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys were talking about Jake Paul, Shane Dawson, Onision, and I fell asleep.
Thanks for sharing.
Well, I'm going to further along the Leon Lush story because Faye apparently didn't catch any of the updated information at all. But that's okay.
Ooh, spilling the tea. God damn. All right, go ahead.
Well, the two offending Australians responded.
I saw the response. I just didn't care to cover it.
Claiming. Yeah, well, pay a little more attention next time. But anyway, they came on and tried to explain a lot of the kidney diseases with the one kid, which after listening to the video and trying to figure out what it is, I don't think he has it, but he might.
Yeah.
Because of the medication that he was showing it's a lot of blood pressure medications and things like that. It is stuff that can be used for kidney disease, but most of the time, not really. The other kid went on record as saying that this chiropractor can cure cancer.
That's not good. That's not a smart thing to endorse.
Yeah, and when your wife who survived 2 rounds of cancer and a lot of surgeries hears that, wow, I almost got hit.
I bet.
That does kind of move a little bit into a legality issue because if people start going to this guy thinking he can cure cancer because he, snaps bones,
right?
That could be malpractice. That could definitely become a legal issue.
It could. It's always tricky though because it's like with those faith healers and the psychic surgeons and stuff. There's a gray area in the legality when it comes to that shit. I don't know where this falls into it because he's actually doing something physical to somebody. It's hard. I don't know, man. It's basically what I said earlier. It's very, very difficult.
It is. It's a really, really dangerous curve because there are a lot of people out there that would hear something like that and they'd go find this guy, and if they end up in worse condition or whatever because this guy, they have every right to sue.
Agreed.
So to me, these guys are just, I don't know.
They're scums.
They're absolute scumbags. And the follow-up video that Leon said was, he was pretty spot on about it. what they were calling into question was what he was calling into question was the whole you said you're giving out iPhones, so you lied about that too.
Yeah.
iPhones that are like $1,500 a pop, and they're just kind of handing them out. And the other thing that they said was how they were trying to tie this doctor's YouTube page into their contest, and it doesn't make sense because you can't really do that.
Right.
But like they're cross-referencing, hey, they have, you're subscribed to our channel, now you subscribe to this channel, so it doubles how many. Yeah, you can't really do that. It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't have every fact of this story, so it's kind of hard for me to really add anything to it, unfortunately. But thank you for the updates. I do appreciate that.
Yeah. No, it's just hearing anybody sit there and kind of profess things like, well, he cured cancer.
Myself.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
No, it's not.
I'll let you go, Dave.
I got to take a big, gigantic dump. I'm going to call it a mat. All right, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Talk to you later.
Oh, GunCannon, everyone. The guy who does all of my shit. Guy who does all of my graphics. The man, the myth, and the legend. All right, you want to get your man up in here?
Yes.
All right, good stuff. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and we can end this shizzo. Finally, the guy who gets to be the better half. We'll be generous today. The better half of Miss Faye, the one and only Phil. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, not much going on. Long-time listener, short-term memory. I'll be honest. I didn't really care for. I don't really care for YouTube drama. I'm not even gonna like bullshit you. I don't watch Shane Dawson. I don't watch Jake Paul. How about Bowsette? That thing's pretty cool.
What's a Bowsette?
What?
What's a Bowsette?
Oh my gosh, you can't be serious. Y'all, chat. Y'allst. He hasn't heard of Bowsette.
What's Ballsette? What's a ball sack? Ball sack? Ball.
Here, I'll spell it in
ball sack.
I'll spell it in chat for you. No.
Balzac? Oh, Balzac. Balzac. Gotcha.
No. There you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, got it. Why should I care?
I don't know. It just seems like everyone cares, and you don't seem to care.
No, I'm old.
But you know what? You could say the same for me regarding this Jake Paul Shane Dawson drama. So I kind of get what you're saying.
But like in my husband's defense, at least Bowsette is hot. So.
Oh, is Bowsette hot? See, you buried the lead there, Phil. That was important. See, you see that? Faye knew how to win me over.
I'm not a people person.
You tell me that it's hot, and that helps. All right. You got anything else for me there, Phil? You got anything for your beautiful wife?
Yeah, he got. Can you start boiling water for me, honey, so I can make your dinner?
No.
Just put some water in a pot and put it on the stove. You can do it.
I'm just having the meatballs. I don't need this yet.
Well, then at least put it for me so I can have some meatballs on my spaghetti.
Just boiling water, medium heat?
Yes.
Alright, I'll see myself out. Bye.
Make her spaghetti. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. All right, Faye, you got the final words. Anything that you want to reiterate, talk about before we go? If not, tell everybody where they can find you, and we will get up out of here.
Don't find me. Okay, bye.
Fantastic ending. All right. Good show. Good show.
Yeah. All
right. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for. Excuse me. I got things coming out of every hole right now. This is very bad. I think I'm getting my big seasonal sickness. Not a good thing. But
my daughter also had a big poo today, so
hey, we got
that kind of day.
It's not the only thing that I probably have in common with a baby. Thank you guys very much for being here. We will see you next time. Tomorrow's Tobes Day. Also a couple hours over on Twitch. Dead on Dave over there. Make sure you're following everything. Tomorrow, a little bit earlier, 4 p.m.-ish or after Tommy, whatever the case may be, me and Tobes for all of the main entertainment type stuff that you need all over your face, neck, and chest. Thank you very much. Keep it copious. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. And give a little love to those patrons. Peace!
Bye.